In the previous episode, during the Divine Awakening ritual, Hao Chen saw a black sword. After this, we notice that Chen's inner spiritual power stops increasing, which surprises Xing Yun, who exclaims, "Is his inner spiritual power that weak?" Meanwhile, Hao Chen begins to move toward the black sword and approaches it. Suddenly, someone starts saying, "Pick it up and end this trial." At this moment, Hao Chen doesn't see anyone and feels quite bewildered. After that, Hao Chen musters the courage to approach the black sword and attempts to lift it, but just then he hears a voice laughing, causing him to become frightened again. However, he remembers Xing Yun's words, which stated that no matter what happens, he must face it. As Hao Chen touches the black sword, a strange dark power begins to generate. Xing Yun now thinks that Hao Chen's inner spiritual power is quite limited, so he goes to conclude the Divine Awakening rituals. But at this moment, a lot of light forces start to emerge, shocking Xing Yun. We see that this light power is emanating from everyone around, leaving everyone astonished, including Hao Chen's mother. Xing Yun is also perplexed and cannot comprehend how this is happening. After that, all the light begins to flow into Hao Chen's body, while dark power starts to escape from the black sword. Consequently, we see that Chen's inner power begins to increase significantly, leaving Xing Yun astounded because Hao Chen's inner power has increased tremendously in just one moment. Now, an overwhelming amount of light power begins to be released from Chen's body, which can be seen from afar by others. Then we see someone who is astonished by Hao Chen's immense power and says, "We need to investigate this." Following that, a man begins to smile. On the other side, Hao Chen puts in all his strength, after which vast power is released from the black sword. A dark power then takes form in front of Hao Chen, praising his talent and stating, "You don't seem to fear the dark." At this, Hao Chen becomes surprised. The dark power then says, "I want to bless you so that you can lead humanity into a new era." Meanwhile, Hao Chen's inner spiritual power starts to rise significantly, and the final seal is about to be completed. The dark power tells him, "But this will not be easy. You will have to go through a difficult trial and face countless hardships. So, if you want to become a warrior, you must conquer your fears, even to the extent of giving your life." It then asks Chen, "Are you afraid?" After which, Chen begins to contemplate. On the other hand, his inner spiritual power continues to rise, which leaves Xing Yun quite surprised. Now, Hao Chen tells the dark central power, "I am not afraid," to which the dark power replies, "Very good, you have earned my trust." Hearing this, Chen is astonished. Then the dark power says, "I finally want to tell you something," and suddenly throws Chen away, causing him to emerge from an imaginary wall. Following this, Hao Chen experiences intense pain, and his inner spiritual power begins to rise excessively, causing Xing Yun to become very worried because Hao Chen is still quite young and will not be able to withstand such immense light power. Xing Yun immediately begins to use his power and starts to halt the Divine Awakening ritual, as failure to do so could cost Chen his life. The ritual stops and Xing Yun prevents Hao Chen from falling. Now, Chen's condition is quite poor, but he still asks, "Did I pass?" before fainting. After this, Xing Yun takes Hao Chen to a hot spring, where they both begin to bathe. However, Xing Yun is deep in thought because anyone with a Divine Awakening point above 90 is called the Son of Light, and Hao Chen's Divine Awakening point is at 97. But if Xing Yun had not intervened, the outcome would have been even more extraordinary, something no one could imagine. At this moment, Chen asks Xing Yun, "What is my inner spiritual power?" To which Xing Yun replies, "I told you, whether your inner spiritual power is high or low, I will definitely train you. Now, don't think too much about it. I will tell you about it when the right time comes." After this, Hao Chen leaves, and Xing Yun reflects that, in fact, throughout history, there has never been a Son of Light in the temple and wonders, "God, why did you make me wait for 10 years for this?" Then Xing Yun notices a small creature and asks Chen if he knows it. Hao Chen responds, "That is a cicada." Xing Yun then remarks, "But do you know that it has to stay in darkness for almost 10 years before coming out? Humans are just like the cicada, trapped in the darkness of this demon race for thousands of years. But now it is time to end this darkness." After this, Xing Yun uses water power and shows the statue of the Demon King, who is his greatest enemy, saying, as soon as he is defeated, the entire demon race will perish. At this, Hao Chen observes intently and says, so this is the demon king my mother spoke about. But as soon as he hears this, Xing Yun immediately destroys the statue of the Demon King and tells Hao Chen, I am going to set a special training goal for you that you must pay close attention to. He then informs Chen that his goal is to become the strongest warrior in history and that he must defeat the demon emperor Feng Shui alongside him. Upon hearing this, Hao Chen is taken aback and starts to contemplate. Following that, we see a girl sitting in a spot watching other boys play. Suddenly, a mysterious man arrives and announces that the next round of the trial is about to begin, but the girl is still not paying much attention to him. Seeing this, the man says, I know you also want to go to the outside world and make friends like the other children. After this, the girl begins to reminisce about the moments she spent with Hao Chen. The mysterious man continues, but you can only become a reincarnation saint once you have become the strongest assassin in the entire Holy Demon Continent, and after that, we will kill the Demon King Feng Shui, which is humanity's hope. But the girl appears quite sad, and she releases her power while crying. Next, we see Jiang Su practicing in the temple, but today he is quite troubled because he does not see Hao Chen around, leading him to ask the master why Hao Chen is absent. The master replies, he will practice with another teacher, so you need not worry about him. Upon hearing this, Jiang Guo becomes slightly distressed. Meanwhile, Xing Yun tells Hao Chen that to defeat the Demon King Feng Shui, he will provide him with very strict training. Following this, Xing Yun removes a large stone from a place and then puts Hao Chen inside a large pit, sealing it from above. Now, Hao Chen is astonished to see this strange place and does not understand anything. Afterward, Xing Yun informs Hao Chen that low-level beasts will attack him now, but he does not reveal the beasts' attack methods. At this point, the beasts begin to attack Hao Chen, but he cannot defend himself because he cannot see anything. Xing Yun comments, even though you can't see, you can hear. Nevertheless, Hao Chen still fails to do anything, and the beasts injure him severely. This is essentially his morning practice. After that, Xing Yun pulls Hao Chen out and says, according to this, you need to study, and while bathing in the hot spring, keep in mind the knowledge about monsters. Then you must analyze how they attack and find their weaknesses. Then Xing Yun explains that in the afternoon, there will be physical training that will enhance his strength, emphasizing that a strong body is crucial. He adds that only through consistent training will he achieve his goals. This way, Xing Yun lays out Hao Chen's entire training plan, indicating that he will need to work hard. Subsequently, Xing Yun begins to train Hao Chen rigorously because he wants to make him the strongest warrior by any means necessary. However, while Hao Chen is walking up the mountain, he suddenly falls down, and the episode ends here.